Where's Petra? Where is she? Where is she? La 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 la. When we were here, in 9 February, we gave it a 10. And we said we'll be back. And here we are. It's now 24th October.
Volgens mij is het onder nieuw management, want het is nu net duurder, zei ze. De camperplekken zijn nu €10.
Oh,
Zonder
oké.
stroom.
Ja.
En nu heeft ze dus...
12,50 met stroom.
nee, niet eens. Het was €17. Ze zei dan wordt het €17. Of
Per nacht.
17,50 zei ze zelfs. Maar dan is het blijkbaar een korting.
Voor 1 nacht.
Toch nog voor 1 nacht.
Heb je 1 nacht gedaan?
Ja.
Ja, goed, ja.
Dus dan heb ik maar 1 nacht gedaan, want ik dacht, nou, dat is wel erg duur. 17,50 per nacht werd het dan ineens met stroom.
Met korting
Yep.
van de kaart.
Heb ik ook gegeven, ik heb ze ook ingevuld.
En de kaart heb je teruggekregen?
Ja.
1 nacht actie.
Ja.
Pampon 24,10. Maar duurde heel lang, hè? Wat duurde er zo lang?
Ze was het invoeren, weet ik wel niet meer.
Maar we waren al een keer hier geweest ook nog.
Ja, dat zei ik ook tegen.
Ja.
Eerst volgens mij was ze mij helemaal weggestuurd.
Wegsturen?
Nee, we zijn hier al eerder geweest, dus we weten dat het met stroom is en jada. Ze zei nee. Ik heb gezegd dat we zijn hier eerder geweest. She probably would have ripped me off even more.
The Pampon, Hoenderloo, that's where we are. 12,50 including. And then you have the facilities, it says stroom 0.
Yeah.
I really looked forward to coming here. And it was 12.50 including power in the pre-season, and now we had to pay 19.50, so $7 more. So we do feel a bit ripped off. First we gave 10 out of 10, now we give 1 out of 10. That was not what we expected it to be. Never going there again. Yeah, we're a bit grumpy here because we drove 50 miles to this campsite, and we called in advance, like, are you there? Do you have a spot for 2 people in a little camper van? And they said, yeah, we're here, just no problem. I said, okay, we'll be right over. And then we arrive at the campsite, nobody's there. Nobody's there. So we ring the bell, and the bell goes to voicemail, connected to phone with voicemail. Ring it again, a neighbor across the street comes over, says, oh yeah, they're home, they're always home. He walks around the house. He comes back, he says, no, they're not there. Well, maybe this, maybe that. So we say, okay, well, first we're gonna go get some groceries. But now we're gonna skedaddle, of course. Because if it doesn't feel right from the beginning, and if you run into this sort of trouble, you just gotta go with your instincts. And maybe they saw the camper van and they thought, oh, it looks too cheap, it looks too hippie. So let's not let those people in, just let only millionaires in. But we're millionaires in love. So in the previous campsite we had to pay $2 for electricity hookups, and then when we checked out they told us we used more electricity than they expected, and they expected us to pay extra, but we didn't go with that, of course. We said, look, we thought the €2 was all in, so we blasted our heaters. But who doesn't think of that if they had the campsite for 5 years?
Going on 6.
Going on 6. So are we the first guests? Why give us a bad feeling when we check out that we took advantage of them or something?
Yeah.
Well, we paid for €2, and it's not our fault that it's not all in.
They told us we used too much, so we were supposed to pay more. But then her husband said, nah, it's our mistake, let it be. And then she said, well, if you want to pay it, you can. And then my lovely boyfriend asked, well, we're prepared to pay however much you think it was worth.
Yeah, like
And
if
then
you
she said no.
if you rent a hotel room, everything included, you pay an amount, and then you check out, and they say, well, we didn't expect you to shower, so you have to pay extra for the shower, or we didn't expect you to use the bed, so we had to make up the bed, and we expect you to pay extra for that.
Mm-hmm. So that was a bit weird.
So then you leave with like a bad conscience.
No. And we didn't do anything wrong, but we got the guilt feeling now.
Yeah.
The feeling like we screwed them over,
Oh.
which we didn't. Well, RV life. Mm-hmm.
You just should try not to let those moments control your day. They do a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but then you have to just change attitude about it and say, ah, well, yeah, then we just don't go back there.
Mm-hmm. One for the history books.
We're in Wijk bij Duurstede, or as you translate it, district at expensive city. And it is expensive here. This place was chosen to supposedly be the best camper spot of the year. So we thought, let's check it out. It was 1950 euros, normal price, and if you have the discount card, which we do, it's 1750, which still is expensive. That's 35 bucks for 2 days. Yeah, when you get here, you get greeted by a feisty dog who keeps barking, and he's just barked us awake also. But when you have to report at the reception, then the dog is really close to the fence and he keeps barking, and it takes a bit of a while before they open the door. So you feel really uncomfortable. I mean, it's not a warm welcome. It's not like the other dog we had at the other campsite who came licking your face. Petra, you remember that dog?
Yes.
You can see it in one of our earlier episodes.
Mm.
The first thing we noticed was that the underground container where you dump the trash was filled to the max. For the 35 bucks, you want to get rid of your trash bag. It's only a mini campsite, so it should be easy to spot that it's really filled up to the max.
Oh, buddies. Let's see. Ah, right. What's up with that? And here it said you cannot use an electric heater.
So we can't use our Diddy?
No. We cannot use our Diddy.
So we're paying top buck.
Yep.
Top euro. And we can't even use our heater.
Mm-hmm.
We came for a rest.
Peace and quiet. And listen to that.
Now he's mowing the lawn right beside us. We moved our cables. Let's hope he didn't drive over them.
What's up with that?
Oh, I just need rest. We need another camp space with rest. Totally stressed out here.
Yes, what's up with that? I mean, we told him face to face. We told him face to face. We're here for our rest.
Let's talk campsite experiences. Well, the owner said it's so quiet on the campsite itself that if you want, you can also pick a spot on the campsite instead of the camper spot. So we did that, and then he said, well, on the last evening I will come and collect the money. Evening means between 6 and 8 usually. So then it was 9:30 and nobody had shown up. So we were like waiting already for a few hours, a bit annoyed because we wanted to watch some series, and we said, well, let's just start watching them once the guy has come up and picked his money up. So then he showed. It was 9:15 and he showed, and he was walking around, so I opened the door of the van, got my wallet out, and then he walked to the toilet building and checked the door, and then he walked back to the fence and closed the fence of the campsite and left. He left.
He left. He just forgot us.
So I immediately whipped out my cell phone. And oh, let's make selfie. No, I'm just kidding. I whipped out the cell phone and I called him right back. I said, hey, you told us you wanted to pick up the money because we're leaving in the morning. And he said, oh, you're leaving. Okay, I'll come right back over. And he said, well, that's $32, $16 a night. And we were like, what?
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 Because it was supposed to be for the camper spot outside the camping. It was only $11.50
Yes.
with a discount card. It was $11.50. So we were expecting it. We stayed 2 nights. We expected it to be $23 and not 32. So that's $9 more.
Yep.
Yeah. Or 8. No, 9.
Yes.
No.
You're correct.
Awesome. Math classes. I said, well, we didn't, when we were invited, because it was so quiet, to pick a spot on the campsite, because we were on the camp spot, nobody said that would cost more for that 10 meters extra. Outside the fence. It is a mini camping. Inside the fence, it's only 10 meters from here to the original camper spot where we stood. Because if they had said to us, hey, it's quiet on the campsite, do you want to stay on the campsite, but it's going to cost you extra to do so, then we would have said, no, we're perfectly fine here.
Yes.
But we, on our turn, we didn't say, we didn't ask directly, well, is this also the spot on the camping, is that for the same price of $11.50?
Yep. Stupid.
But they presented it
Like it was.
Yeah, they presented it like it was the same price. And that's a lesson to ourselves as well. Just double check if it's still the same price.
Always agree on the price.
In advance.
In advance. Yep.
We could be customers for this campsite owner and cancel for life. We could be customers for the next 10, 20, 30 years. So if you treat us fair, we'll come back. But if you start by earning some extra bucks, pulling some extra bucks out of us, by offering us an upgrade and then charging us for it, making it seem that it's free, the upgrade, and then having us pay for it, then we're not willing to come back. You just lost a regular customer for the next 3 decades.
It's a dirty trick.
Hello, buddies. So, we've been into a kind of a pickle.
A possible pickle, yes. Yes, we let our some dude on the car park fix our window, the little dents in it. It's perfectly fixed, but whether it is really free?
Well, as soon as we parked, some guy came over from, he had a tent with free fixing of windshields.
Yes.
And before we even parked in, he started asking from, can I repair your windshield? You have some dents in it, stars, what is breakages? and it's free to fix it. Just if you have the right insurance, we can fix it for free. And then we did have some dents in there, so we said, okay, are you sure it's free? And he said, yeah, let me call my boss.
Might have been his buddy,
His buddy.
for all we know. Yeah.
And he checked the green card. We have some green insurance card, and I should have read my own green insurance card before but I read it afterwards. But he assured us it would be free of charge, and then he would charge it directly to the insurance company. So we let him fix our windshield, and I had to sign for it, which I did. And it's like I signed that I give permission that he can send the bill to the insurance company and they can pay him directly. But then I read my green card, and it said, well, if you have windshield damage, you can only have it fixed by these two companies, of which his company was not on there, of course. So worst case scenario is we get billed for him fixing our windshield. So this free parking lot is probably the most expensive parking lot we've been on.
Yeah, boondocking, very expensive.
Well, he assured us it would be free.
So, yeah.
And we'll find out. We'll keep you guys posted if it will be free. And the guy is still on the parking lot.
Yep, there he is.
There he is.
Yep, he's right there.
There he is. He was there, earning his living, fixing windshields. It will be a good day for him, and probably a bad day for our wallets.
Yeah. Wow. Look at the snow. This is our view, people. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, it's much warmer inside.
Yes. Why, thank you.
This is me outside.
This is me inside.
Oh. I like. A family of donkeys. That's the church of Schemert. What's the least nice thing that happened?
Somebody yelling at me at the campsite.
What's up with that, buddies?
Yes.
That was the campsite in Schemert.
Yes. The south of Holland.
Yes. If you go over the Netherlands, never go to the campsite in Schemert unless you like getting yelled at.
Yes.
We're a bit depressed about the card. Can you tell the viewers what happened?
I accidentally swiped it twice, and yeah, the money goes off right away. It's written off right away.
So how you wanted to do washi,
Yes.
and the amount goes off this card. And there was also dryer next to the washer.
Yes.
And you swiped both several times.
I did. It's not a card reader, but which I foolishly thought.
It's a card drainer.
It's a card drainer.
So we thought to be clever. We loaded up like 30 bucks in this thing. Because it should tell you that it's already loaded up with credit.
I told her, but she didn't reply. So anyone else would have said, yeah, you're right, or oh, is that right?
I'll refund you.
I'll refund you. So, and that she did not.
She did not do that.
No.
The owner of the campsite.
No.
So that makes it the cheap campsite suddenly a very expensive campsite.
Yes.
Very expensive. So there you go. First moment we're happy that we're at a cheap campsite, which is affordable. But always in the RV life, something unexpected happens, and suddenly you pay more than 20 bucks for the washing machine. Since we had to pay 20 bucks for the washing machine, I'm now downloading my money's worth. We have a round sink and we have a square box.
Oh, but it fits anyway.
It fits.
It fits.
We came to the camper place in Oorschot, Ierschot, for our electricity. And today we're near a canal where boats are, dock. And then a party boat came passing by, and we were glad it passed, but then it returned.
It returned. And guess where it docked? Right behind us.
We have everything closed, all the windows, and now I'm gonna go out.
We are. Oh no.
And let you hear how loud it is. Somebody's. Here we are. At the camper spot, where we came for our peace and quiet. The camper spot, an earshot. The boat is over there. There's a catering van. If you see, you have people with drinks.
But it is very suspicious that this happens when the owners themselves are not here. When the cat's away, the mouse will play.
We'll let you know if things turn to the worse. Or better.
Yes, maybe we'll get invited.
Bye birdies, bye, bye birdies, bye. Bye party boy. Welcome back. They hope you don't turn around. Just keep going in that direction. Where's an iceberg when you need one?
The one with the party boat. The owners of the campsite want to come in contact with us because of what we wrote on the review. You tell it.
No, you tell it.
No, you tell it.
No, you tell it.
You tell it.
You tell it.
You tell it.
Okay, I'll tell it. Yes, there's the app of the NKC, that's the National Camping Club of our country. And they have the app with all the camper sites, and then you can write reviews, good or bad. You can quote 1 to 10, 1 very bad experience, 10 top experience, and everything in between. And you can write a little bit. So we wrote a little bit. Yeah, we wrote that it was noisy all afternoon about the party boat. And we also wrote, because when the party boat was there was also a catering van, and that plugged in onto the campsite's power. So we thought the owner must have given permission to the caterer to do that. So we wrote like, it's very convenient that the owner is himself not there, so they're not there to catch the complaints, as you might figure. Of all the 10 campers out there, that day we were the only ones who were writing our experience in the reviews. So we were the only ones writing the review, and then maybe the owner hoped that nobody would complain about it. So they contacted the NKC, we want to go come in contact Pet and Pet.
Yes.
And then the NKC contacted us and told us, because there's no direct interaction with phone numbers or emails, so NKC contacted us saying, well, the owner, supposedly they didn't know about the boat, but they didn't know that we knew that the catering van plugged in there, probably with their permission. We don't know for sure. It could be just boldness of the caterer, but he did know that he had to bring a camper plug. He did know that there were all the plugs there would have electricity on it. So that's a big risk, is if you have to cater 150 people, if you can or cannot plug in on a camper spot. So we think the owners knew about it and just went away for the weekend, so they wouldn't be liable to any complaints. So, short story long.
Yes.
What happened was, the NKC contacted us and told us they wanted to hear your side of the story. And then then the NKC said, maybe you can call them. And then we were like, let's just write down our version of what happened. And we included some important details like the owner of the boat, the website of the party boat, so the owner would know who to contact. He could contact with our help. We even wrote down the name of the captain that was also printed on the boat. So that's very valuable information to have for the campsite owner. If they really didn't know about it, then they could contact that website and that boat and say, hey, this is what happened, we don't like that. We don't want let's talk about this, because you can't dock near that camper spot and disturb all my guests. So we sent that back to the NKC and asked them to relay our message back to the owners of the camp spot. And now is the typically Dutch behavior coming in, because you would expect any normal person would just give our message. You can just copy our message and then paste it into the reply to the owners without revealing our email address, because they say we can't give email addresses. So we said, well, just give them our message. So you think they answered, we have forwarded your message to them?
No.
No, they said, sorry, can't do that. You will have to contact them yourself.
Yes.
What's up with that, buddies? So on the one side you have the campsite owner who asks the NKC give a message to Pet and Pat. So the NKC gives us, they take the effort to give us the message. So we say, Pet and Pat want to have a message for them. NKC, can you give us the message to the campsite owner? And they say, no, you have to do that yourself. I mean, what's up with that?
It's ridiculous. They do relay messages from camp owners or campsite owners.
But not from their clients.
But not from their clients.
The paying clients.
The paying clients. What's up with that?
It's typically Dutch to say, no, I'm gonna create this problem. I'm gonna block it. I'm gonna camper block. I'm gonna camper block this. I'm gonna create a problem out of nothing just because it's not in my job description. Well, I think it is in your description to be customer friendly and to relay this kind of stuff. Especially as it's important. And the NKC contacted us, so they asked something from us. And where's the reciprocity?
There is none.
So how did I summarize this?
Long.
NKC, we have a message for you. If you have an employee who sits there and doesn't relay messages back and forth from reviewers to campsite owners, then maybe that person is not the right person for the job. So you think, but who is?
Me?
We're at Camperplaats, Campersport, Stoutenburg, Blesdijken. And the fun thing of it is, it's near a castle. If you come here, you get a tour of the castle. The camping owner is the neighbor of a man who built a castle by himself, which we thought is very interesting for the channel to show you buddies. Last review said a couple were here last week, the 15th, that's 4 days ago. They got a private tour of the castle by the camping owners, and everybody also in the reviews below that, they all got a free tour of the castle. That's the reason that we came to this spot. I told Petra days ago I want to come
Yes,
here.
you wanted to go, yes.
So,
Already, yes.
are we getting a tour of the castle?
No. Yeah.
We pay the same amount as the people before us.
Yep.
And in every review says tour of the castle, private tour of the castle if you're the only camper. So, that really sucks.
What's up with that, buddies? I mean, yeah.
What's up with that, buddy?
It's perfect weather to get a tour inside the castle.
Yeah, it's gloomy, dark, rainy, spooky. And we emphasized it again to him. We said we really want to see the castle. And he was like, well, if I just have to give castle tours all day. We think it has to do with first impressions. An old van with Buddhistic paintings on it.
What's up with that, buddies?
And then he said, well, maybe if other people come, if another camper arrives, maybe then I'll do a tour again. Place just for ourselves, private tour of the castle. Private tour of the castle, here it says again. Tour to the castle, we'll be back. The owner gives a tour of the castle. Tour of the castle. Let's see, tour of the castle. So they were talking to us just now, saying, well, we have high notes on the camper app. 9+. Everybody gives us a 9+. Well, if you don't give us a tour of the castle, you don't get a 9+ from our Felices, unfortunately.
No. This is their edge. If the castle wasn't here, probably not as many people would come.
Yeah, it's the unique selling point.
Their unique selling point, exactly.
Yeah, because they're a couple. If the owner already gave a tour, why can't his wife give the other tour? He promised us if more camper buddies arrive, there is one. And Petra show you just the other one. That's 2 more camper buddies. So where's our tour in the morning of the castle? The people who arrived after us, they also wrote a review today. Let's read it. Beautiful place. We were here on Saturday, 19 November. That's the day that we arrived there first. We were here Saturday, 19 November, and we got a tour of the castle. Their motorhome looks expensive compared to Penelope. So people who arrived after us on the same day got a tour of the castle. Got a tour of the castle. Got a tour of the castle. The reason he didn't give us a tour was because he thought he would get away with it.
The castle incident.
The castle incident, yeah. It's comparable with the party boat incident, but it's a worthy contender, like which campsite was worse, the castle one or the party boat one.